Namaste yogis, and welcome back to the Modern Yogi YouTube channel. So today's practice is going to be extremely gentle. It's going to be about 30 minutes long, and it's geared towards belly pain, belly aches. Whether that's achy pains, crampy pains, maybe you ate something that didn't quite sit right, or maybe you're really stressed out. So that's what we're going to gear the class towards today. If you're not experiencing any belly discomfort, you're still going to get a lot out of this practice. You should come out of this hopefully feeling really calm and really grounded. I'm drinking some peppermint tea because my belly's feeling like kind of hot and acidic. There's also a ginger tea option that would be a good idea if you're not feeling so well. What you're going to need for the practice today is either a pillow or a block. So hopefully you have one or the other. You don't need both. So keep those close by. And if you'd like, you can below this video in the description, press play if you want to hear a Spotify playlist that I made for this flow. So we're going to actually start in child's pose. So bring your pillow or your block to the front of your mat. Roll onto all fours. Big toes together and knees together. Sit your booty back onto your heels and start to stretch your arms out away from you, bringing your forehead down towards your pillow or block. Another option for Balasana is embryo pose. So if your shoulders are feeling tight today, you can take your hands towards your heels. Stay in this posture. Start to maybe notice that you're breathing, not changing it, not judging it. Start to tell the mind it's time to kind of calm down for our yoga practice. If your belly is hurting today, maybe ask yourself why. Is it because of something that you ate or drank? Or are you stressed out? Do you need some self-care? If it's not your belly that's hurting you today, maybe you find a different source of achy pain that doesn't feel good. Maybe ask yourself why. Trying to come at it as non-judgmentally as possible. If you'd like, maybe start to take some deeper breaths. If this hurts your belly, just simple breath awareness is fine. But if you'd like, you can start to deepen your inhales, extend your exhales. Really almost feeling your belly expand onto your thighs as you take your inhale. Maybe noticing that space between your inhales and your exhales. So when you inhale, that amount of time before you start to exhale. It's a brief moment. Any posture doesn't feel good today that I'm offering, remember to practice ahimsa, non-harming and compassion. Don't take the posture. Skip it. It's fine. Skip it. Do what's best for your body. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, feel free to do that now. Perhaps an intention for your practice is to inhale medicine, strength, healing, and on your out breath or your exhale, sending that healing towards whatever body part doesn't feel great today. or make it up an intention of your own. From here, seal that intention in with a little breath or a big breath, depending on how you feel today. And then on your exhale, walk your hands back up towards your body. Take your pillow, bring it out to the side. Nothing fancy, come down to your booties. And bring your feet out in front of you. From here, scoot to the top of your mat. Grab a hold of your pillow and either engage your core. If your belly's not feeling good, flop back. We're going to meet on our backs. From here, bring this pillow or your block underneath your sacrum. So where a tramp stamp would be, or right where your butt's about to start. Yes. My pillow's going to be pulled up a little bit higher because it's more dense in the middle. So kind of find that space where it feels good. Bring your hands to your belly or bring your hands out to the side. Reconnect with your breath here on your back. I like to squeeze my toes into the ground and really feel my feet against the ground. Feel the contact points on the ground with my shoulders and my upper back and the back of my head. From here, draw your knees in towards your chest and bring your hands around your shins. From here, inhale, extend your right leg straight. And exhale, bend that right knee. Inhale, left leg straight. Inhale, left leg straight. Exhale, left knee bends. Inhale, right leg straightens. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend both. Inhale, straighten both legs. And support the back of your legs by grabbing your hamstrings closer down towards the knees. From here, draw that right knee in towards the chest. Left leg goes long. Option is to hover it off the ground or place it on the ground. It's your choice. Take your hands around that right shin and bring that knee even closer. If this is too much on the lower back, you can remove the pillow or the block from underneath you. An option is to come into stillness, or an option is to pulse. Knee towards and away from the chest. Noticing how this feels on your belly. From here, bring your right knee over to the left. We're rolling off of our block or our pillow, and go ahead and bring that block or pillow underneath that knee. Extend your right arm out. Look over your right shoulder. If this is too much on the belly, bring both knees in towards the chest. When you feel ready, bring your knees back to center. Plant the feet behind the glutes. Press your pelvis up off the ground. Slide the pillow or block back underneath the sacrum area. If it's a pillow, bring the squishiest part to the sacrum. Bring your knees into your chest here, wrapping hands around shins. Letting the right leg go long. Your choice whether to hover it off the ground or drop it. Bring that left knee closer into the chest. An option is to hold or an option is to pulse. From here, you're going to take your spinal twist again. So bring this left knee over to the right, sliding off your block or pillow, and bringing the pillow up underneath that knee. Extending your left arm, looking over your left shoulder. Again, if this is too much on the belly, bend both knees and bring them both to your chest. Taking your spinal twist this way. Just depends on how you feel today. From here, bring your knees back to center. Keep this left arm out and roll over into fetal posture, allowing your bicep to be a pillow for your left cheek. You can take your right hand and place it in front of you. Again, if you'd like, inhaling that medicine and that healing, and exhale, sending it wherever it needs to go. From here, press yourself up to a seated position. And crossing the legs over one another. From here, tee out your arms and wrap your arms around your chest. From here, inhale, chest comes up, arms come up, back is pushing forward. On your exhale, shoulders round in, back domes, gaze goes into your lap. Inhale, grow taller into the spine. Only extend as much as you feel okay doing. Ahimsa, non-harming, remember. And exhale, rolling in. Going between these two on your own breaths and in your own time. Maybe you're matching your inhales and your exhales to these. Your inhale would be when you grow tall. Your exhale is when you curl in. From here, sit up nice and tall. Finish out your last cycle and allow your hands to come to your thighs. From here, take your left hand over to your right knee. Right hand wraps around for just a gentle twist. If this is too much, feel free to kind of curl in again, protecting the belly. It's totally fine. If your belly doesn't hurt today, you can press into your back fingertips with a tall spine. This kind of depends on how you feel. If you'd like, you can kind of pulse in between both, straightening and curling in. In breath for healing, out breath for sending it where it needs to go. Finish out your last cycle here. And on your exhale, walk your hands over to the other side. In breath to straighten the spine. Out breath, rolling in. In breath, straight. Out breath, curl. Feel free to find stillness here if you'd like. Or if you're like me and you're trying to work something gnarly out, you can pulse with me. And when you feel ready, come back towards center. We're coming into tabletop pose, all fours. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Moving my pillow away. From here, what we're going to do is take our right knee in towards our chest and bring our right foot in between our hands. Good. Take the right arm up. If this is too much, keep the right hand towards your chest. If you want this to be a little bit more Strenuous, you can tuck your back toes under, come off that back knee. From here, frame that front foot and come up to a low lunge, bringing your hands towards your thighs here. Option 1, we're here. Option 2, here. Option 3, left elbow comes towards your right knee. Option 4, left elbow comes outside that knee, take your twist. Remembering, inhale for healing, exhale for sending. An option is always to tuck the back toes under, come off that left knee. From here, come back to center. Right forearm comes to the right thigh. Pivot on that knee. Left arm reaches over. If this is too much for the belly, take the left hand and reach for the right shoulder. From here, pivot off or straighten that left knee back out so our tops of our foot is pressed into the ground. Come back up, hands at heart center. Yes. Take your hands, frame that front foot, step that right knee back. Bring big toes together. Knees can be apart or together. Balasana, child's pose, your way. If you'd like a new way to do your child's pose, you can bring your palms together and bend at the elbows, bringing your hands behind your head for a reverse prayer. From here, reach out forward, pressing back up into tabletop pose. Bring that left knee in towards your chest and bring that left foot in between the hands. Good. Left arm reaches up here. Again, if that's too much, bring your left hand back towards that left shoulder. If you'd like, you can tuck your back toes under, coming off that back knee. From here, sit up nice and tall, balancing on that back knee and that front foot. Nice work. Option 1, we bring this right elbow towards the thigh. If you want a little bit of a deeper twist, right elbow comes outside that left knee and we reach with our back, left shoulder back. Now again, if this is just way too much on the belly today, you can take your twist and bring your left hand towards your right shoulder. If you want a little bit more working in the legs or a little bit muscular engagement in the legs, tuck your back toes under, come off that right knee. Notice how your ankles and your legs are kind of squirming around, trying to stabilize. From here, left forearm to your left thigh, pivot on that knee. Take the right arm, reach it around towards the front of your mat. Or again, if this is too much, you can curl in and bring it to the chest or shoulder. From here, take your hands down towards the ground, frame that front foot, draw that left knee right on back. Good. From here, walk your hands towards your knees. We're coming up on the balls of our feet, and we're going to walk our legs straight. Bring your heels in, toes out slightly. Heavy neck here, clasping opposite elbows. Letting your head dangle, maybe swaying left to right. From here, bend your knees enough where you can bring your hands back towards the ground, coming back into tabletop pose. From here, instead of having your hands underneath your shoulders, walk them out just a bit for Muladhara Kriya. So what you're going to do is bring your right hip towards your right wrist, sweep it around towards your left wrist, and almost press back while you're coming into child's pose. So we're making this circular movement here. Now, you can stay as high as you want, just like this, or you can sink as deep as you want. You decide. Make sure your back toes are untucked. Finish out your last cycle. Let's take it in the opposite direction. Pausing anywhere that feels good if you'd like. And ending in your child's pose, Balasana. From here, press yourself up to tabletop pose. Nothing fancy, sit on back, hero's pose. From here, cactus the arms out. Yeah, I just took a deep breath. That felt good. From here, reach forward, dome the spine. And on your inhale, puff out the chest, cactus the arms, gaze goes up. Inhale, reaching forward. Exhale, coming back. From here, place your hands down, come down to the booties. And grab that pillow. From here, either with ease or with muscular engagement, make your way to your back. From here, bring that pillow underneath the sacrum again. Draw your knees in towards your chest and straighten the legs out as much as you can. From here, wrap your arms or your hands around your hamstrings. And close the eyes here. Always welcome to bend the knees instead of straightening the legs. Inhale for healing, exhale for sending. If you haven't already, go ahead and bend the knees, wrap your arms around your shins. Taking any last postures that you need before you enter practice today. If you'd like, you can bring your feet down towards the ground, removing any props from underneath you and simply coming in to your Savasana. If you'd like to do a few other things to close out your practice, feel free to do that as well. If Savasana still is hurting that belly, you're always welcome to draw the knees in towards the chest. In breath for healing, out breath for sending that healing and that medicine. Now from here, direct your attention to that place of tension in your body. And now search the body for a place that does not hurt, that doesn't bring you a source of tension. Noticing that in this life there is peace and pain. If you'd like to end your practice in Shavasana, stay here. If you'd like to roll over to fetal posture, feel free to do that. Or if you want to press yourself up to a seated position, you're more than welcome to do that. If you're laying on your back or sitting up tall and you'd like to end your practice from a place of compassion and ahimsa, non-harming, bring your hands into prayer. Right palm pressing against left palm, thumbs resting on the sternum or chest area. From here, bring your thumbs in between the eyebrows, representing compassionate thoughts. Thumbs to lips, representing compassionate speech. And thumbs to heart center, representing compassionate actions. I'll leave you to it. Namaste, and I hope you feel better.